let's talk about Venom. Yes, Venom. The movie I've been pretty much trashing all year long. Ever since I saw the first trailer, I thought this movie was going to be complete garbage. I didn't understand how we're going to have a Venom movie without Spider-Man. The trailers look stupid, especially that first teaser trailer. I absolutely hated. Then the few trailers we got after that, I was like, oh my gosh, Eddie Brock sounds like his voice was off. The special effects look crappy. So, to be honest, I didn't even know if I was going to go see this movie. But I like comic book movies. I had to give it a chance. The reviews are all over the place. Some people are saying it's the worst movie of all time. Some people really liked it. So I went into it with an open mind, and I can say it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it's not really good either. It's kind of a very meh movie for me. I can say that for the most part, once Venom is in his head talking to him, kind of like in that Upgrade movie early on in the year, that's when the movie for me started to get better. This movie is kind of all over the place sometimes, but the dialogue sometimes is really bad. The CG sometimes looks like crap. The villain wasn't very good. But once you get the kind of the relationship between Venom and Tom Hardy's character Eddie Brock, once that starts going on, it really becomes a little more interesting. It becomes funny, and I could see a future movie me liking a little bit more with this character. Which it looks like after the box office draw of this movie that we're actually going to get a sequel to this movie, which is crazy. Because I thought for sure this was going to be a box office bomb. But I will say the story here, Eddie Brock, he's kind of like, he's a reporter. He's kind of a stubborn reporter. He kind of gets, he breaks up with his girlfriend in the beginning of the movie. He loses his job. He's kind of down on his luck. He ends up, the corporation by Riz Ahmed is experimenting on humans with a species they found on a meteor, I think, if I remember correctly. And Tom Hardy gets a parasite in Venom and then become one, and that's your movie. A lot of the side characters are just very forgettable. Like I said, the dialogue is a little wonky sometimes. The special effects look really bad sometimes. Sometimes they look pretty cool. There's a couple scenes that I don't know. There's sometimes characters are just completely okay with things happening that that would never be. Makes it very unbelievable. Sometimes the movie feels like a 90s comic book movie, which that's why I think why some people really liked it, because they kind of had a little nostalgia for the the old school style of comic book movies. But for me, I was not digging it until Venom and Eddie Brock started having conversations, which is about halfway through the movie. So for me, I'm just going to go with a general meh on Venom. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. The mid-credit scene, the mid-credit scene kind of is a preview of what we're going to get in a sequel. That sounds kind of interesting, but for me, I will say one thing I did like about this movie that other franchise starting movies have done, it did not try and set up another movie. There was no like big Sony villain universe building going on in here. It just, they focused on Venom. The movie was about Venom. The only thing we get is that mid-credit scene, which is leading towards a sequel. It doesn't, have anything to do, or nothing I saw anyways, have anything to do. It's not like The Mummy, where they were like setting up 14 movies in that Mummy movie. So I did like that. But for me, the beginning part was just a little boring, a little bit forgettable. So I don't think I would buy this movie. Maybe when the Venom 2 comes around in a couple years, maybe I'll rent it again, watch it again, see if it grows on me. But I thought it was very meh, so I'm going to give Venom a 2.5 out of 5.